guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a video I've been waiting to do for quite some time because it's a pregnancy essentials video, and obviously I didn't want to do it too soon because you never know how your pregnancy is going to go and what you're going to need and how long you're going to need it, etc. Today I thought it'd be a good time to do it just because I don't know how long. Hi, sweetie. I know you love it when I film, don't you? I don't know how long I'm going to be pregnant for, and I just want to have as many videos out before the baby is born, just in case I have her earlier than I think. And yeah, so today I will be sharing some of my favorite things that I've used throughout my entire pregnancy, and also some different things that I've been using since coming to like the end of my pregnancy. Today I'm like 32 and a half weeks pregnant, so by the time you guys see this, I don't know how many weeks I will be, but it's definitely coming near to the end of my pregnancy. I have about 7 weeks left to go, and yeah, I definitely feel ready to have this baby. I feel ready and prepared, and I'm just super excited to actually have her in my arms instead of this whole pregnancy thing. So let's get into these items. So the very first item I have been using since probably around the end of my first trimester all the way up until now, and I will be continuing to use these because I do plan to breastfeed. So that is my prenatals. This is a company called Ritual. Their prenatals basically changed my entire pregnancy. For my first trimester, as a lot of you know, I was really sick. Nothing I did made me feel better. There were many days where I couldn't even take a prenatal just because I was so sick, and I couldn't even think or try and perceive the idea of shoving a pill down my throat. These ones changed my life because not only are they a gel capsule, but they also taste and smell like lemon when you swallow them. Oh, this is a new one. I'll try to smell a new bottle. But they have the best ingredients in it. When you get your first bottle, they send you this little leaflet showing you all the ingredients in your prenatal. So this one has like a ton of stuff that you need. Yeah, they deliver to your door. I haven't run out of them since because every time I'm nearing the end, I will be like on my last 2 tablets or pills or whatever you want to call them, and the new one will arrive that same day. So I've never needed to miss taking them. They don't upset my stomach. They don't make me sick. So even the days towards my the days I've had in my 3rd trimester where I felt sick as well, I've been able to take these and they haven't made me feel sick. They haven't done anything, and they don't smell bad, so you're not put off even before taking them. So if you guys are in the market for a good prenatal, even if you're not pregnant but you're planning to get pregnant, I highly recommend Ritual. It's the best. The next product I have is actually a prenatal probiotic, and this one is from the company called Pink Stork. They have a ton of different pregnancy products that they sell to help different things during pregnancy. This one, I started taking it during my first trimester. I have to say I don't remember to take this one every day, but when I do take it, I have noticed a huge difference in when I was going through morning sickness. It really did help to like digest my food and got my gut kind of like stronger. And I also, one of the things I haven't dealt with this pregnancy, I haven't had any constipation, and I really haven't dealt with that much heartburn. And I don't know if it's because I take these or it's just because my body I don't have those symptoms, but I know that I've had gut issues in the past, and I wanted to make sure my gut stays healthy over the course of this pregnancy. So I feel like these have made a huge difference, and I don't like to miss days without taking them because I feel like, especially with me dealing with nausea, this also reduces morning sickness because it helps your gut and everything digest food, etc. So to me, this is a pregnancy essential that I highly recommend. The next thing from the same brand, Pink Stork, is actually this Magnesium Spray. It's actually a body spray, and I've used this all throughout my pregnancy. If I was feeling nauseous, I would spray it on my wrists and my feet at night. And also, if I wasn't falling asleep and I was struggling to fall asleep at night, I usually deal with a little bit of like restless leg syndrome. It's not really a syndrome, but I've actually had it even before I was pregnant, where my legs just wouldn't be able to calm down. But this stuff really helps if your legs feel crampy at night or whatever. You just need to be more relaxed to be able to fall asleep because you're already so uncomfortable. Spraying this on my legs and then massaging it in and the bottoms of my feet do really make a huge difference. And you can basically spray on your arms, your wrists, your torso. You know, if I have a sore back or something, then I can spray on my back. So this is another one of my pregnancy essentials. So the next thing is pregnancy tea. Now, this pregnancy tea I did not drink throughout my first and second trimester. Towards the end of my second trimester, I started drinking it more, and that's just because it does contain raspberry leaf and some other ingredients that, like some other herbs and stuff that can promote like contractions, and you don't want that in your first trimester. But this tea, I love the taste of it. It's known, like, it's so many women swear by drinking this tea. It basically prepares your uterus, prepares your womb for childbirth, so it strengthens your uterus, strengthens the uterus as a whole because your uterus is a muscle. Have found that when they've drunk this tea, especially throughout their third trimester, their labor and their delivery has improved and been a lot easier because their uterus is toned and ready to push the baby out. So that is why I highly recommend this tea for all of you that are pregnant in your second and third trimester. I really enjoy the taste of it too. It doesn't taste weird or anything, at least not to me, but yes, highly recommend. So the other things that I wanted to show you guys are, of course, my essential oils. This is the peppermint, and this is one called Diagize. I used peppermint all the way through my entire pregnancy, especially in my first trimester. I dealt with a lot of pregnancy headaches and nausea, all of that stuff, and especially at night, I would go to bed with a really bad headache, and I would roll this on my whole forehead and then put a cold towel or a cold damp towel on my head, and I would fall asleep and my headache was gone. And I've also used this a little bit throughout my whole pregnancy with diffusing it. And if I feel nauseous, sometimes just smelling it under my nose will make a huge difference. So it's just the little things that I know and realize that my pregnancy would have been a lot harder if I hadn't had this, because you don't realize how beneficial peppermint is with making your senses kind of like, what's the word? It like relaxes you, but then it balances you at the same time. It's this weird thing. And the smell is not, like, peppermint is a smell that I have not been turned off by my entire pregnancy. So what I have is I have a rollerball like thing on the end of this essential oil. And that way it's just easy for me to pick up and just put all on my arms and my head. The next one is the Diagize, and this one is amazing for heartburn, stomach issues, you feel like you're trying to digest food and it's not going down the right way, especially with all your organs pushed up higher in your chest, this one is fantastic for that. And this one actually is the Vitality kind, so this one is actually, you're able to orally take this one. But I prefer just having this put a few drops on my belly, and I just massage it like into my belly, and it makes a huge difference. Like a huge difference. The heartburn goes away. Your stomach feels almost better like instantaneously. So I highly recommend these two essential oils. And of course, I've used a ton of other oils throughout my pregnancy, but these two have been ones that I feel like personally I couldn't live without. If I'm, you know, when I get pregnant again, I'll definitely be going back to these two essential oils. So the next product is actually what I've been using to prevent stretch marks. Now, I don't have any stretch marks on my belly, and I don't have any new stretch marks on my hips or my thighs or anything like that. But I did start to get some stretch marks on the underneath part of my chest. I know TMI, but I'm always TMI, so what's new? And so despite even using oils and lotions and creams or whatever, okay guys, sorry about that. Buddy just chewed up my bank card. So now I'm gonna have to order another bank card. Anyway, so yeah, what I was saying was my chest has just grown a lot drastically over the course of being pregnant, because I started my pregnancy off at a very like underweight stage. I'm not happy with you right now. You did bad things and you're a big boy. Yeah. I started my pregnancy at a very underweight level, and so not only did my body just get back to a healthy range, but it also went straight to being pregnant. So my chest and everything just grew, like, it's not massive, but like compared to what it was, it's a lot bigger. So what I have been using throughout my pregnancy, and I feel like what has prevented my stretch marks from, they're not bad at all, it's just like one or two, but they're not like really too noticeable, just noticeable to me. But I've been using the Bio Oil skincare oil, and this is the one thing I really don't like the fact that I use, because it does have fragrance in, and it's definitely not along the lines of like non-toxic living that I tend to follow in all my other skincare products that I use. But it's really been the only one that I've been able to stand the smell of. All the natural oils and lotions and creams, the smell is just like disgusting to me. And even after like going past my first trimester, the smell is just still a huge turn off to me. So this has really been the only one I've been able to use, and I've enjoyed using it, sorry. And I really think it's made a huge difference. And not only does it prevent stretch marks, but in my case, if I have stretch marks, it prevents them from getting worse. And I will continue to use this even after I give birth, because it helps to reduce the appearance of them and get rid of scars and stretch marks and blemishes in your skin, and even out your skin tone and all of that. So this is another product that I feel like I could not have lived without. And fingers crossed I don't get any more stretch marks for the remainder of my pregnancy, but if I do, I'm not that fussed. But this has made a huge difference. And also, I've had very itchy, like not very, but my belly has gotten itchy, and so is my chest at certain times, and just putting this on, it doesn't make your clothes sticky or anything. So this is another great thing about this product. So I have a couple clothing items that I wanted to share with you, and they're just like basic things that I feel like I couldn't have lived without. I know I keep saying that, but I really didn't want to invest a ton of money into maternity clothes because they're really expensive. and I didn't really know how long I would wear them for. So anyway, I did invest in a couple of just these really stretchy tops from Aerie. Aerie is one of my favorite stores to shop at all stages of life. But this top has buttons, so even after I deliver, I'll be able to easily nurse the baby. And this has really grown with my bump. So I did get a bump quite early on. My bump started growing at like 12 weeks pregnant. For my size and my frame, I feel like my bump is quite big. But this has just continued to grow with my bump, and so I haven't grown out of it. There's still space, and I feel like I'll be wearing this until the very last moment that I am pregnant, and then after that for nursing. So I highly recommend just getting some really stretchy, comfortable tops that have buttons down them, because then your chest will be able to grow with it and your bump will be able to grow with it. And then the other thing are leggings. I have basically been living in leggings for the past 4 months, I think, because my bump started to expand so early on. I stopped wearing jeans like ages ago. I can't even remember the last time I wore jeans. But another pair of my favorite leggings are the ones from Aerie, and I'll have these linked down in the description box below. But these are so comfortable, they're so stretchy, they stay up, and what I love about these the most is because we have 2 dogs. A lot of leggings collect dog hair like no other, and I'm constantly lint rolling my leggings and stuff, but these ones do not pick up dog hair at all, no matter whether you sit on your dog or you sit on the couch or you sit on your dog's bed. I don't know, they just they don't pick up dog hair at all. And then the other ones that I've been wearing are the ones I'm wearing right now, which are the Lululemon Align leggings. I love the comfortability of them, and I will link them down below because they really do grow with your belly. I think I got these when I was maybe 20 weeks pregnant, and now I'm 32, so they've lasted a long time, and I know I'll be able to wear them up until the end, and I still have space for them to grow until after pregnancy as well. But the only thing I don't like about them is that they collect hair. So it's the only downside if you have light colored dogs. That's the only bad side about the Lululemon Align leggings. Then one of the last things I have is a pregnancy pillow, and I have been using this pregnancy pillow since probably 12 weeks pregnant. It is a lifesaver for me. It has prevented me from getting too much hip pain because my hips have expanded, and back pain and stuff. And I've always loved Lily. I have always loved like having something in between my knees and like cuddling to something on the side. And yeah, that used to be my husband. I would always used to cuddle into him. So that hasn't happened in a while, but just having a pregnancy pillow around me, and it's also prevented me from rolling onto my back when I shouldn't really sleep on my back, but it just is super comfortable. And I probably will toss this pillow after pregnancy because it's so gross. But this specific one has a cover, so I take it off every week and I wash the cover and then put it back on. So yeah, but it's super comfortable. It really helps me get a somewhat better night's sleep than I would without it, and it keeps me propped up, and yeah, it just helps me feel more supported in general when I'm lying on my side. So yeah. Then the other thing is definitely a 3rd trimester essential, and that for me is my birthing ball. Or is it a birthing ball? I'm not giving birth on the ball, but a birth ball, pregnancy ball, whatever it's called. I just started using this one recently, And as of right now, my baby is head down, but she's facing sunny side up, which means I have the potential to have a longer labor and a more painful one, and there's more risk of tearing because sometimes babies that are sunny side up don't tuck their chins into their neck, so the largest part of their head comes out first because they're facing up. So I've been basically sitting on my birthing ball doing a lot of hip circles, very gently, like not bouncing, but just kind of like, it's a better position for your hips and the baby when you're sitting on the ball instead of sitting on the couch because of the position of your hips. It helps have the hips in the correct position and helps the hips open enough so that your baby can rotate if the baby needs to rotate. Essentially that. So I have to do a lot of like forward sitting and instead of like relaxing back on the couch. So I have been using that and it's actually been really comfortable for me just on my back and my hips. I highly recommend that if you're in your 3rd trimester and you're coming near to the end of your pregnancy, then I highly recommend one of the birthing ball. And I also intend to use it throughout my labor process as well. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to end this video, but my camera keeps cutting out and then the dogs keep barking. But what I was saying was, anyway, those are my top essentials aside from your obvious, like a water bottle, I don't know, whatever else you need, food, snacks, things that sound good to you. So yeah, your phone, books, plenty of things to do. Fresh air is also an essential. Dogs is also an essential for me. And a very supportive loved one to take care of you and to cook you food when you need food cooked for you. That's also very important. But aside from all of that, these are my top essential things for pregnancy. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it helps you. And if you're pregnant, congratulations. If you are wanting to get pregnant, my best wishes are out there for you. And yeah, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and also if you don't want to miss out on any of my videos, go ahead and click that bell button, which is right next to the subscribe button, and you will get notified every time I post a video. So yeah, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye.